Good, bad, who gives a... You know what? It's probably good I didn't swear at the beginning of this video because I think YouTube has this rule where if you swear in the first 30 seconds of a video, it could limit your ads. And that may be what has caused certain videos to have limited ads. Not very many, very few at this point. But it always seems to be the ones that get like a bunch of views. It's like, oh, you're getting in the most views on this video? Yeah, we're gonna just, limit the ads so you barely make any money, which doesn't make sense because it's clearly indicated it's not for kids. And the more views they get on their ads, the more money they're making. So it's like it's not to their advantage to limit the amount that I earn per video, but whatever at this point. Money's never been the point of these videos. I'm not making enough that it could be the point of these videos. Plus, I'm still sick, so money is definitely not the focus right now. And with this whole thing, I kind of forgot what I was going to talk about. Yeah, at this point, I don't know if I feel good or bad. I'm kind of like in this in-between state of not really being sure because yesterday, today's the 5th day. So, first day, yeah, obviously it sucked. There was a few days before that when I started coughing more and I'm like, I wonder what's happening. And then I got sick and I'm like, oh, okay, this is what was happening. So first day, not so bad, just a lot more coughing. And then second day, the phlegm and the breathing issues and all the other crap that I discussed in the last video kind of came along, and the headache and everything and the next 2 days just sucked. And the day before yesterday, I think, was when I recorded the video. I don't know, I kind of lost track of time at this point. It's been 5 or 6 days, maybe 6. I think it's 5. It could be 6. Point is, been a while. And some days really sucked. Some days are slightly better. And yesterday was one of those days where I'm like, all right, I'm starting to feel better. I could actually speak to my wife for the first time in, I believe, 3 days. And also felt good enough that I'm like, oh, okay, cool. The cold is ending. Let's start this, new phase with a new face. And then, yeah, it turns out that yesterday evening just sucked. I had really intense breathing issues. I could not sleep, spent 3 hours in bed trying to sleep and coughing and having trouble breathing and not being able to sleep. Eventually to the point where it's like, it occurred to me at some point in the last couple of days that, hey, pumpkin season is about to start, or rather pumpkin pie season is about to start, because in Canada, in the very few shops, you might be able to find pumpkin pie year round, but usually it's just about during a 1 month period, let's say, something like that, around Halloween. So since Halloween is coming, I'm like, ooh, it's gonna be pumpkin pie season soon. I wonder if they're out yet. But of course, because I was sick as a dog, I'm like, there's no way I can even think about going to the grocery store right now. So anyway, I've been thinking about pumpkin pie for the last couple of days because when you're sick, there's not much else you can do but watch TV and think, especially when you're tossing and turning in bed for 3 hours trying to sleep. And so anyway, yeah, the last hour that I spent in bed yesterday night, I just spent thinking I really wish I had a pumpkin pie right now, because if I did, then I could get up, take it, go sit in front of the TV, watch something until I'm tired, and just stuff my face with pumpkin pie. Realistically, I probably would have gotten bored relatively quickly of it, just because I can't really handle that much sugar at this point. It's not that sweet, but I just mean like my body is so used to not eating sugar anymore that I just like have a very low tolerance for it at this point. So it's like I get very tired of sugar very quickly when I eat it. So anyway, I was fantasizing about that for like an hour yesterday. And eventually, since I didn't have pumpkin pie, got up, like ended up eating old dates that I had from like 6 months ago, back when I was eating fruit salads in the morning because I still had appetite. And yogurt, expired yogurt, which I'm like, I really hope it's still good. And I hope it doesn't make me sicker than I already am. But I mean, it's yogurt, whatever. Tasted fine. It wasn't that expired. Like, I don't feel bad. And it wasn't like that crappy artificial, like, yogurt that has like zero fat and that basically isn't really yogurt at that point. It's like, full Greek fat yogurt, like 6%, like very good quality. So yeah, it was still good. Everything was fine. And as expected, because of my sugar tolerance, like after I think 5 dates, I'm just like, yeah, I can't do this anymore. But anyway, I ended up watching TV for a while, texting with my wife until eventually I was tired enough to go to sleep. But the night just sucked because like the breathing issues just would not go away. It was kind of similar to when I had asthma back when I was young. I don't know why it just hit me yesterday that hard, but it did. So didn't really get that much sleep yesterday. So it's like, all right, the day started off really great. I thought I was healing. I thought everything was on the mend. I was almost good. And, I shaved, felt great. And then the end of the day just like, bam, knocks into me and just like sucks. And the night sucked. And this morning when I woke up, I was just exhausted and tired. And I'm just like, shit, like, I'm basically out of food at this point. Like I still have food, but like I don't have any fresh fruit to eat in the morning, and that's really what my body can tolerate in the morning and what really helps me kind of like get started and enjoy the day because anything else is like even cereal and stuff like that, like I have to force myself to eat it and I don't really enjoy it that much. So fresh fruit is like kind of like the only luxury that I have at the moment. So it's really important. I'm just like I kind of need that. But at the same time, it's like I can't really order it online because, well, first of all, it's more expensive. You got to pay for like delivery and everything. But it's like, okay, whatever, given the circumstances, that's not the issue. The issue is selection is always very limited online and the quality is very limited. So I'm like, I prefer just, eating frozen fruit this morning, relaxing for an hour or two. Hopefully, my breathing gets a little better. As you can see by now, it did get better. And then, just go for a very, very, very slow walk to the grocery store, buy some fresh produce, hopefully some pumpkin pie if they have any, and then come back, and then I'll be good for the next couple of days until this ends up completely healing. What surprised me is the fact that now I can breathe better, the fact that I am feeling better. And yeah, okay, I'm still sick. I still kind of like feel like crap, but I'm definitely way better off than I was in the last couple of days, especially yesterday evening, yesterday night. That was really intense. And how I felt this morning, oh man, I felt like I was gonna die. And that's the thing, that's what surprised me. I'm like, it seems like every time I feel like my body reached its limit and it can't handle anymore, it always can't. Not to mean that it's like I should push it, but it's like that's been like one of the very big lessons throughout this entire experience of like I need to, learn to not challenge myself, to not push myself, to take breaks, to not do certain things, which has been very, very difficult for me because that's not the type of person I am. So, anyway, I've learned a lot from that. It's just sometimes I kind of like forget how powerful we are as humans and also how weird we are because it's like, all right, I've been sick for the past 5 days. I felt like crap this morning. I barely slept last night. I had breathing issues yesterday and all night, and still this morning when I woke up. Yet, I go for a walk, which should make things worse. Yet somehow I feel better and now I feel amazing and everything's fantastic. So I don't understand. I know it's not going to last. It's just, everything varies so much throughout the day and from day to day and week to week and everything. So it's like I have no delusions or expectations in that regard. But it's still amazing to be able to see what we can handle as humans whenever we think we've reached our limit. We just have more. And I guess that's how the human body works. I guess we can just keep pushing ourselves and pushing ourselves and pushing ourselves until we get to that point where we just die. Not to say like we killed ourselves by pushing ourselves, just to the sense that it's like a battery that recharges. Just give it time, plug it in, it's gonna recharge, and then you can reuse it all over again. It's the same thing with the human body. And it's like sometimes we feel like crap, we feel like we're completely depleted, but we're not. We still have energy. We feel like we're at 0%, but it's like, nah, you still got like a good 20% in you? And sometimes using that 20%, and that's kind of where the battery analogy kind of falls apart. But it's like sometimes using that 20%, that energy that you have left, actually makes you feel better. And realizing this morning or being reminded of this made me wonder, like, I've been waiting until my cold is gone to not force my body and cause it to take longer to heal and get to a point where I can start exercising again and walking again and stuff like that, to thinking, what if that is what helps me heal faster? So I'm like, maybe I should start walking again every day. Maybe not the full 5 kilometers I normally do. Definitely not push myself. Definitely have a very, very slow pace. But I'm thinking maybe just being outside, the fresh air, stretching my body, the exercise, as long as I do it at a very slow rhythm, can help my body. So I don't know. It's something I'm thinking about, contemplating. And that's what I mean. Like the whole, sometimes I feel horrible, sometimes I feel great. You do things that should produce a certain result and then produce the opposite result. So at this point, it's just like, I don't get it anymore. It doesn't make sense. So I guess, yeah, that was this video. I don't know if I'm feeling good. I don't know if I'm feeling bad. At least I didn't swear in the first 30 seconds of this video, or at all, really. So it's definitely not going to be limited ads. So that's cool. Hopefully it gets a lot of views. That would be nice. Yep, I think I'm done. So I'll check back in at some point in the future. Hopefully next video will be, yay, I'm 100%, well, not cured, but 100% 100% over my cold. That would definitely be a nice video to make. So fingers crossed that'll be in the next video. So anyway, that's been my update for the day. Hopefully you're feeling better than me, and I'll talk to you at some point in the future.